tomorrow with them for dinner or at the table of this Lord in compassionate love is the beginning of a new nativity, perhaps, in your life. I announce good news to you that today in Chesapeake or Virginia Beach, in Moyock, in South Mills, in Elizabeth City, in Suffolk and Norfolk, a child is born, and an adult, and an old person, and some still struggling for birth, if only those would be about who would protect them, who is, as Christ was, the Lord of life, waiting to shine tonight in your home, in your place. You see, the mystery of the Incarnation is that God in His compassion has embraced our humanity, not in what we understand perfection to be, but in the understanding of His own perfection. The perfection of a God whose love is so perfect He will not abandon us even when we've tried to flee from Him, who will not leave us to death even when, well, we think, or He thinks, or anyone thinks, that might be a better place just to leave us. Who embraces us with His love, understanding, and mercy in a magnificent, wonderful way. And I'm an angel tonight to tell you that it will happen tonight for us. For anyone who loves their spouse or forgives them. For anyone struggling in a relationship strained and broken, who believes that God will not abandon them, but lead them. For anyone here who is young, has their whole life ahead of them, and so does not give that life over to someone who would use it for their own pleasure in this moment. For anyone who has sinned, God is here birthing in forgiveness, if you'll have compassion for yourself, or if you know a sinner, forgiveness for them. And if you've been away for a long time, I announce good news to you. Your place at the Lord's table has not been filled. It awaits you. He's dusted it off and warmed it and wants you to fill it. This is not a namby-pamby God. This is not a compassion that conceals truth. It's simply a loving God who comes into a world that's anything but perfect in order to explode it from within, to fill it so much with its grace that all that holds it down will be shattered. You see, that's what compassion does. Perfection that we think of is kind of put on from the outside. But we're like people bound up by so many things. And our God comes within us in His grace and fills us until we expand and expand and expand until all of the things that bind us break apart from us. That's the Incarnation. That things most human have now been lifted up into the divine. Our God is at mission in the world in a compassion that extols the truth and brings it to each of us. And so, tonight, if I've been a good angel, you, like the shepherds, will go to the place where you will find Him, your home. The children excited and the adults tired, to the parking lot crowded, to the tomorrow that will be, I hope, quiet and festive. You will remember Him when you see those who are poor and needy, and when you are asked to help, you will. The angels will sing again. And like the shepherds who first saw it, you and I will understand. You know, at Indian Creek Correctional Center last week, I drove by the Methodist church. It had a great big flashing light that said, "Live Nativity Scene, this way." And I said to the guys at prison mass when we celebrated Christmas last Wednesday, I said, I was going to bring that sign and point it at the prison because there's a live nativity scene happening here. For those who are caught in this God's compassion, who listen to the message of an angel, however it's brought. That sign could be in front of every home, in front of every person. The live nativity scene starts here, in the gift of incarnate love God gives us all. May Jesus Christ, incarnate and among us, who has lifted us up so that we might conform to him by finding our humanness the very face of God. May Jesus Christ be praised forever.
Amen.